Good day, everyone, and welcome to FXDD live educational webinar. My name is Nenad, and today we are going with scalping with double stochastic. So this is the system that I've been using from time to time, and I created it some time ago, and now it's time to present you this system. It's pretty much simple. It doesn't have a lot of let's say it doesn't have a strong or steep learning curve. It's suitable for beginners, and with this system actually you might scalp. That is pretty much fine, because I know that many traders actually prefer scalping. So with this system you will be able to scalp the markets. Okay, but before we start, have in mind that Forex trading carries a high level of risk that is not suitable for all investors. Please educate yourselves on the risk associated with Forex market before you start trading live. Everything you see and hear from me is my personal opinion only. On these web addresses, please use these web addresses to sign up for more live and educational videos. I will just pause the screen, guys. Just give me a few seconds. Okay, and I will actually share this with you. Okay, so view present. Okay, like this. So use these web addresses here to sign up for more live educational and training videos. Today's agenda: M5 scalping double MACD. Okay, and this is what you might try to also exploit to your advantage. Of course, I will just give you a quick introduction what scalping is, and then we will move on to the indicators and the system itself. Okay, so scalping explains. Scalping is the quickest way of trading. It requires both momentum and volatility. Okay, there are also small stops, and one of the biggest advantages of scalping is that you might use a smaller stops. It's important for all for traders who want to actually use momentum in the market, because if there is no momentum, then you need to do swing trading. For swing trading, you use different systems, and for those kind of systems, you need much bigger stop losses. For traders that want to stay active and to remain active in their trading during the trading day and their trading decisions, basically scalping is, guys, the way to go. Scalping uses lower time frames such as M1, M5, and M15, and because of that, targets are lowered accordingly. Breakouts are also one of scalping strategies, but today we are simply and strictly talking about the standard scalping. We are not mentioning breakouts. When to scalp, pretty much very obvious for all of those who scalp. For all of you who don't know, for European traders, best sessions are London and London New York overlap. For other traders, you do that in Tokyo session. Why Tokyo? Because London, New York, and Tokyo are most active sessions. Okay, most active sessions. You need to know that, guys. And of course, now if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. I'm monitoring my monitors here around me, so if you want anything to ask, just go ahead and ask. Good scalping setups are usually found 10 minutes prior and 10 minutes after top of the hour. We call it TOTH. So good scalping setups we usually found at the top of each hour, but it's not necessarily that they will appear. Sometimes they will appear in between, like during the hour, or let's say in the middle of an hour. But it's important that they are traded in active sessions, major sessions such as London, New York, and Tokyo. The first 3 hours of each session are most suitable because that is when markets are moving the most. Okay, so the first 3 hours of each session, have in mind that is when this scalping method works the best. And of course, if there is some strong news coming, wait 15 minutes prior to and 15 minutes after the strong news data release. Okay, so you don't scalp during the news. You need either to wait, or if you're stuck into position and you're in profit, I advise to close the profit before the news spike or the news corrects itself. Because sometimes you know that market is going up, 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 you're long, and then suddenly after the news it goes down and then corrects itself again. That spike down caused by news can actually be bad for the trade, and instead of making profits, you might end up with stop losses. So that is why I'm saying it's good to wait 15 minutes prior to and 15 minutes after the strong news data release. It's important that you also understand the implications of that. Okay, now let's cut it to the chase, and let's use and how we actually use these indicators and system. Pretty much, guys, very, very clear and obvious. As I said, it's a simple system, but you need to have a couple of these indicators. You need to have EMA 34 and 55. It's easy because each MT4 has it. Then you apply stochastic 813 and stochastic 1313 overlaid, and you have MACD 2 line. You need to also have this MACD 2 line indicator 34, 89, 34. Okay, and pivot points. If you are an FXDD trader, I can send this MACD 2 line for free, guys. If you need it, just write in the comments below the video, and I will send the indicator to you. It's a simple indicator, and if you trade with FXDD, I can send it. And of course, pivot points. I use hourly pivot point indicator. You can use whatever you want, but I think for this strategy, the best is to use hourly pivot points. And this is, guys, now I will show you how to do it. We need to open the screen, okay? And this is the system here. Okay, so this is the system. How you do it, guys? Okay, so if you see this stochastics, we have it here on the charts, okay? They are overlaid. So once you open, let's say you put one stochastic on your screen, you go again to indicators list here, okay? And you go to oscillators, and you go to stochastics. Put it here, okay? And you need, guys, to set parameters here. I will show you that. So go to indicators list. You have stochastic 813 price field low high. MA method, it's simple, okay? This is by default here. And the second one, you just overlaid down 1313 colors, levels, visualization, everything is here. You use only 5 minute time frame, guys. Okay, so 5 minute time frame is used. These are hourly pivot points. Okay, and what you do is just you move stochastic indicator here, and then you will have two stochastics overlaid. Also, for a MACD 2 line, these are the settings. Okay, 34, 89, 34. Okay, you go to indicators list. Okay, MACD 2 line. 34, 89, 34. You leave this. This is the indicator that I use. Maybe you have your own indicator. But as I said, if you need it, I will gladly send it to you. But this is it, you see. Okay. And of course, for hourly pivot points, you use, well, whatever. I use hourly pivot points, this indicator. So it's good for scalping. For EMAs, okay, again, indicators list. You have parameters 34 exponential close. This is thick blue line, and for 55, it's thick. Okay, and here we have actually Fibonacci numbers here in these two moving averages. So that is why they're strong. We use Fibonacci numbers here. Okay, so it's 34, and here we have 55. So they are bit, as I say, strong in the world of Forex, 34, 55 numbers. Okay, now how you use it. Guys, again, this is scalping method. But again, do not try to overtrade. Do it during the course of the active session. How to trade is simple. Blue line above red line indicates that interim trend is bullish. But also MACD needs to be blue, like this. It means that longer term trend is also bullish. Okay, so what you do is basically you align moving averages with the MACD. So blue above red bullish, blue MACD bullish. Okay, and you wait for the price to touch enter the moving average or go slightly below the moving averages while still being aligned. So they should not realign. You should never ever take a long trade if red is above blue. So they need to be aligned. This is a good entry here. Stochastic needs to cross 20 from below. So here we go. This is an entry here. Okay. One entry, the second one, the third one. You see, there are a lot of good entries. But again, when you see that moving average is realigned, they want to cross again, you don't make a trade. It's always the best to see when moving averages are fully aligned. Like here, see this example. Good entry to the short side. You see this entry here, entry there, and you go with, let's say, pivot points or hourly pivot points. It's a very, very simple approach, but it can be a bit effective if you know what you are doing, guys. For this strategy, I advise you scalping on euro dollar, GBP dollar, the dollar yen, and the GBP yen. But for novice traders, it's best to stick to euro dollar. Yeah. The question, is the red the 55 on the EMA? Yes. Here, and once more, 55 exponential is red, indeed. So, again, I've received many questions for this strategy some time ago, but once more, the price needs to touch, come into, or go below for long entries, below moving averages. But it never ever should cross, or if you see that the price, the blue line is trying to cross the red line, you don't take trades. It's best when both lines are diverging from each other, like here. When you see that blue is diverging from the red, like here, that is indication of a strong trend. See this? Wow, watch this entry. This is not good, like when they're very, very close to each other. Let alone this. You don't do this. You don't trade when moving averages are like this. See this? This is good. Nice downtrend, zigzag. You see zigzag. Now, this is obviously fake. Now, you see here. And then, but you go with hourly pivot points. Again, if you use pivot points, never ever take a long trade close to resistance 2 or resistance 3, and never ever take a short trade that is in between also S2 and S3. It's important because usually there will be no room till next support or resistance, and you might get stopped out for a nonsense reason like shorting into support or going long into resistance. Okay, so pay attention to that. Okay, one more thing to say also, where to put stop loss. Let's use few examples. This is long. You see, these are long opportunities. And here is your long trade here. If you want to use conservative approach, open 1 hour time frame. Okay, this is where the entry is. Open 1 hour time frame. Oh, I lost it now. Wait, I will actually delete these lines so I know where we are. Okay. Okay, this is it. So long entry here. And put your stop loss below the last swing low. So your stop loss should be here. 2-3 pips plus the spread below the last swing low. So this would be your stop loss. If you want to go with an aggressive approach, that it's, well, a bit maybe aggressive, you put stop loss below the last swing low on 5-minute time frame. This is it. So now they coincide, but usually they will not. So you will need to be very careful. Stop loss here or there. Usually I say stop loss is dynamic thing, risk is fixed thing. So if you use low risk like 1% per trade, you can go with a bigger stop loss, because it doesn't matter if your stop loss is 100 pips or 20 pips. 1% of the risk is what you use. Okay. What is asking, is this recorded so we can watch again? Yes, guys. Okay, here we go. The webinar is being recorded, of course, and it will be uploaded to FXDD YouTube channel. I will show you that right away. So guys, go to FXDD here, okay? And this is subscribe to our channel here, okay? These are the videos that we do. We have a technical analysis, live analysis with entries. Guys, I always post entries, stop loss targets. Check it here. Yesterday, I made 50 pips on gold. Well, guys, I do live trading. Chris also, he does wave analysis, live trading. And yeah, everything is transparent, guys, as this account is approved on my FX book, and it's a huge profits here. So we trade indeed with FXDD and do the analysis. So guys, enjoy this. If you have any other questions regarding to the system, don't hesitate to ask me. I hope that you will like the system. It's pretty much simple. It's easy to know. The approach is simple. Do not overtrade. Take 3-4 trades per session maybe, and that's it. You quit. Okay, you don't do more than it's enough, because if you go with overtrading, market will slap you sooner or later. So use this to your advantage. Thank you for your comments, Woody. Thanks. You guys are the best. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And of course, if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask us. I wish you a great trading day. One more thing before I go. Yeah, for short trades, it's the same approach, guys. Let's say this is a short trade opportunity. So hourly pivots or pivot points, manual pivots is the target. Stop loss, aggressive. 2-3 pips plus the spread above the last swing high on 5 minutes, or if you want to be conservative, above the last swing. Here is the last swing high on the 1 hour chart. Simple as that. Thank you guys for listening. I wish you a great trading day. Practice the system, and I hope that you will make pips with it. Cheers. As always, trade safe.